On the northern side of Sobornaya, with 5 golden helmet domes and 4 semicircular gables, the Assumption Cathedral is the focal church of pre-revolutionary Russia and the burial place of most of the heads of the Russian Orthodox Church from the 1320s to 1700s. A striking 1660s fresco of the Virgin Mary faces Sobornaya PL, above the door once used for royal processions. If you have limited time, come straight here. The visitor's entrance is at the western end. The interior of the Assumption Cathedral is unusually bright and spacious, full of warm reds, blues and gold. The west wall features a scene of the Apocalypse, a favorite theme of the Russian Church in the Middle Ages. The pillars have pictures of martyrs on them, as martyrs are considered to be the pillars of faith. Above the southern gates are frescoes of Elena and Constantine, who brought Christianity to Greece and the south of Russia. The space above the northern gate is taken by Olga and Vladimir, who brought Christianity to the north. Most of the existing murals on the cathedral walls were painted on a gilt base in the 1640s, with the exception of 3 grouped together on the south wall: the Apocalypse, the Life of Metropolitan Pyotr, and All Creatures Rejoice in Thee. These are attributed to Dionysius and his followers, the cathedral's original 15th-century mural painters. The tombs of many of the leaders of the Russian Church, metropolitans up to 1590, patriarchs from 1590 to 1700, are against the north, west and south walls. Near the west wall is a shrine with holy relics of Patriarch Hermogen, who was starved to death during the time of troubles in 1612. Near the south wall, the tent-roofed wooden throne is known as the Throne of Monomach. It was made in 1551 for Ivan the Terrible. Its carved scenes highlight the career of 12th-century Grand Prince Vladimir Monomach of Kiev, considered to be Ivan's direct predecessor. The iconostasis dates from 1652, but its lowest level contains some older icons. The 1340s Savior with the angry eye is second from the right. On the left of the central door is the Virgin of Vladimir, an early 15th-century Rublev school copy of Russia's most revered image, the Vladimir icon of the Mother of God. The 12th-century original, now in Moscow's Tretyakov Gallery, stood in the Assumption Cathedral from the 1480s to 1930s. One of the oldest Russian icons, the 12th-century red-clothed St. George from Novgorod, is positioned by the north wall. The original icons of the lower, local tier are symbols of victory brought from Vladimir, Smolensk, Veliki Ustyugu and other places. The south door was brought from the Nativity of the Virgin Cathedral in Suzdal. Designed by an Italian architect and built between 1475 and 1479, the cathedral features 5 domes, colorful frescoes, and impressive iconostasis. It became a model for other churches throughout Russia. Near the south entrance to the cathedral, you can see the throne of Tsar Ivan IV. Admission to Cathedral Square includes entrance into Assumption Cathedral, as well as the other museum cathedrals in this part of the Kremlin. Many guided tours of the Kremlin include a visit to this spectacular cathedral, as do many more comprehensive sightseeing tours of Moscow, typically combining the Kremlin and Red Square. The Cathedral of the Assumption in Moscow Kremlin. The Cathedral of the Assumption is the oldest church in the Kremlin and also the most important. The seat of the Russian Orthodox Church was transferred here from Vladimir in 1326, making it the center of the state of Muscovy, and Muscovy the most powerful of the Russian principalities. Here Russian emperors were crowned, and before them czars and grand dukes. Patriarchs, the highest rank of clergy, metropolitans, the church leaders of large metropolitan districts, and bishops were also consecrated here. In an age when state power and religion were barely separable, it was also a center of state ritual, a place where governmental decrees were read and official state services were held. Inside the cathedral, the Patriarch's seat and the throne of Monomoch, carved in 1551 for Ivan the Terrible, mark the physical presences of the two sides of this historic alliance. Most of the frescoes in the Cathedral of the Assumption date back to the 17th century. Under a special edict from Tsar Mikhail Fyodorovich Romanov, issued in 1642, about 150 artists were brought to Moscow from various towns to decorate the cathedral. Icon painters Ivan and Boris Pazin, and Sidor Pospayev, led the team. It is their paintings that we see now, although many are missing. Throughout the ages, the cathedral has suffered along with the people of Russia. Napoleon's troops stabled their horses here during his Russian campaign, and, in 1918, the cathedral was damaged as Whites and Bolsheviks exchanged fire. The last liturgy was held on Easter in 1918 by Patriarch Tikhon, after which the cathedral was closed and its treasures requisitioned by the Bolsheviks. However, according to rumors, when the Nazi troops arrived on the outskirts of Moscow in 1941, Stalin secretly allowed a service to be performed here to save the nation from deadly peril. The cathedral was reopened to the public in 1990.